Outlaw camp, let's introduce ourselves.
Think that's it?
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
So, Morta's still pissed off at the Nexus. You'll want to be careful around her, kid.
It's amazing they managed to set up any kind of working colony on this hellscape.
They're Krogan. They can live anywhere.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored.
Sam, another memory prompt?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required. Pathfinder, my sensors read an Andromeda plant sample nearby.
Well,
The ambient temperature is normal.
Understood.
Life support is stable.
looks like that was another memory cube steal.
And the last. However, a deeper level of encryption is in place. Unfortunately, the conditions to unlock it haven't yet been satisfied.
Well, let me know when that changes. I'm telling you what Dan was up to.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored. I detect above normal temperatures. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav. detect above normal temperatures. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
Better to live for myself than to see this place.
I think we're coming close to the Krogan colony.
I detect above normal temperatures. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Move along. No outsiders.
He's with me, human Pathfinder.
Drac. It's been a while.
Jorgel Strux sent me. I'm supposed to talk with Morda.
So now Strux is friends with the Nexus. Traitor.
Think I'm a traitor too?
Shut it, Breck.
I'm not here to step on any toes. I can help you guys out.
You assume we need help.
Hey, you guys did your job. Now stand down and let them in.
But Drac.
Didn't I tell you to shut up? I'll spread the word so Morda knows you're here.
Good.
You hear Gorak and his team tried to fight the worm. Epic
Realize they
battle.
can hear you.
Got in a few good shots before it killed a lot of them. Dumb bastards.
Always had more quads than brains.
Soft, squishy human like you should probably steer clear of the wildlife out there.
You said something about a worm?
Invincible. You can. Plows down everything in its path.
As if this planet wasn't deadly enough.
Good news is, it doesn't attack us. Doesn't seem to care about us at all. Just stay out of its way. It'll barrel right through you, tear you to pieces.
Thanks for the heads up.
It was an accident. The terminal was dropped.
Hello. I noticed you were listening. Is it because you're a fan of the Krogan genius, Dr. O'Keir? I'm frantic because a terminal with all his research was accidentally sold to a junker.
No. Maybe? What was on it?
His work regarding Krogan physiology and the genophage was advanced. I was his protege. Or, I was acquainted with his protege.
Anyway, it's encrypted, but it would be bad if it fell into the wrong hands. I can give you a nav point and the name of the scavenger I accidentally sold it to.
You talk about Dr. O'Keir like I should know who that is.
Dr. O'Keir was on the leading edge of Krogan genetics, and possibly curing the genophage.
And not using the slow genetic mutation approach the Initiative has invested in.
I had a collection of his research. I hope to cure the genophage in the colony.
Send me the nav point and the terminal identification.
Done. I hope it's still on the planet. The Junker was aggressive.
Should have known
nice weather, isn't it?
Too hot. Makes my plate itch.
Don't be such a...
Well, look at that. Not one of those damn scavengers, are you?
I'm with the Andromeda Initiative.
That's worse. Look, you want to buy? Talk to my seller. I hired him so I don't have to deal with the customers.
The Nexus is paradise compared to this. You don't want to go back? Even a little?
So we can be your attack dogs again? Get treated like dirt until we finally fight back? This is no different than the rebellion back home. Only time we get respect is when we take it by force. We were stupid to think it would be any different here.
You talk like you saw the rebellions. You can't be as old as Drac.
What's that supposed to mean?
I was born during the final year, just before the Turians hit us with the genophage. My father died in the fight on Canrum. Took 24 Turian guns to drop him. I'm glad he didn't live to see us riding in cargo on the Nexus like pets.
Bet the scavengers are crawling all over the salvage you pick up.
Not too bad. I pick my scrap out in Ataraxia, where squishies like you can't handle the heat. I don't get too close to the flophouse. Scavengers gather there like insects. Can't defend my salvage against those numbers. Look at me. I was a warrior, and now I fight vermin over a junk heap.
I should get moving.
I'll be here, selling junk.
Pathfinder, welcome.
You don't welcome an alien into our colony, you ignorant child.
Shut up, old man. Sorry about that. Don't mind him. Credits are credits, I say.
About time someone around here is friendly.
Just give him time. Prove you're one of the good ones. Now buy something before he starts yelling again.
Hear about the Nexus wanting us back?
So the squishies finally realized.
Saw the worm out there again.
If you head out,
That thing
worm
is
hunting,
huge.
let me know. I'll plan your funeral.
Pathfinder, when you travel, do you meet many Angara?
Sometimes.
Have you met one named Lieta?
I don't think so. Why?
She was a salvager, made runs to ELAADEN all the time. When she landed, she would always stop here first. We climbed the dunes together, took in the view, talked for hours. Lieta had a hard time in this heat, so I said I'd make her a cryo bracelet.
I bet she appreciated that.
I never got the chance to give it to her. One day, she just stopped coming. I don't know where she is, if I'll ever see her again.
You think something happened to her?
She could have taken a new job. Maybe she was sick of ELAADEN. But if there's even a chance she ran into trouble, I can't stand not knowing.
Tell me more about Lieta.
She's adventurous, optimistic. Her jokes could make a Krogan blush. In a place like this, she stood out. I think she'd stand out anywhere.
I could track her down for you. Make sure she's okay.
Salvager at the Paradise might know something.
I would like that. If you find her, will you give her the cryo bracelet? Tell her she can use it to visit me again. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Sounds like Helios was an easy choice for you.
New galaxy, new life. Not interested in being a merc like my father, or battling it out on Tuchanka. I almost didn't want to be packed into cryo for the journey. Wanted to see the whole thing.
Would have been pretty lonely.
Never been bothered by loneliness. The views would have been worth it.
What are you doing up here?
Looking. Back home, we didn't have time to just stop and look.
Is life that different here?
It was all about survival. Here, we don't have to fight so hard. Of course, the older ones still think they have to fight. Maybe it's just in their blood.
They'll come around.
You seem different from the other Krogan.
My father called me a Solarian in a Krogan body. Supposed to be an insult. Joke's on him, though. I like Solarians.
I should get going.
At least his world's better than Tajanka.
Tried one of those blue mushrooms? Bad idea.
Just stick around. See how it plays out here.
No promises.
Just scabs being scabs. We ought to check it out, actually. See if we can get in on the action.
I'd rather stay
Saw the
here.
worm bust straight through an old
Yeah,
ship.
worm.
Not a scratch
Let me
on
know.
it.
I'll plan your funeral.
Just rejecting the... You must be the Pathfinder.
That's me. How's research going?
Slowly. We're fine on ELAADEN, but plants aren't. They need a better defense against the elements. I want to experiment by crossing vegetation with the native animal life on ELAADEN.
From what I've seen of the wildlife, those will be some exciting plants.
Now I just need to convince Vorn. He thinks it's too dangerous. I guess there's a chance of breeding carnivorous plants like the ones back home, but it's worth the risk.
What do you do at the colony?
Botany. Sort of. I'm Vorn's apprentice. He's the real genius with plants.
Know anything about those crazy plants out on the dunes?
The red ones? Well, there used to be a lot more of them.
What do you mean?
You see all those red banners outside? The red paint on the walls? Yeah? The crushed leaves make a perfect dye. Other than that, not much use. Pretty to look at, though.
I'll leave you to your work.
Look at this place. Look at what we built.
Got the orders from Lorda. We let him ship off to Kadara? What?
Now, here's a sane person who actually knows about Kadara. Let's ask him.
I can try.
He's my son, Nera. She let my only son fly to that hellhole.
If Arcal wants to be a heavy for some Kadara slime ball, he can. I wasn't gonna stop him.
He'll be treated like an expendable attack dog and he'll die. And his death will be on your hands.
Or he's using them to make a bunch of credits so we can live easier.
He's a Krogan. You guys don't go down that easy.
You're cracking jokes? I should beat you into the dust, Nexus scum.
Hey, watch it.
You should go. I'll handle this.
But she asked me. You asked me. Sheesh.
ran into...
Just stick around. See how it plays out.
I'd love to take down the worm.
Don't be stupid.
So you're the human Pathfinder. You look different from the pictures I saw.
You probably saw pictures of my dad.
Your dad? You replaced him as Pathfinder?
It's a long story.
Haven't really kept up with Nexus news. Enough trouble to occupy me here.
Scavengers?
Amongst other things. You seen the Flophouse yet? That's where they get together. 80% shacks, 100% trouble. I'll give you the nav point so you can avoid it. Or not, as you choose.
Have you had much trouble with scavengers at the colony?
Not yet. They're not that stupid. A bunch of squishies against 100-odd Krogan? Give it a little time. Resources run low, they'll get desperate, and who knows?
Tell me more about the Flophouse.
It's a loose collection of shelters where some scavenger gangs gather. They knock each other around, drink, and then when they're all riled up, run raids. And if you get close when they're hungry, well, that's how I lost a liver and gained a limp.
Thanks. This information will come in handy.
Just trying to help. Be careful out there, Pathfinder.
Just stick around. See how it plays out here.
No problem.
Lost it all at the pit fight. Stupid
No mercy!
You Ravenor Brank? Struck sent me. He said that you...
Yes. Find me later near the fighting pit.
Hey, Nexus. I'm the one you talk to around here.
Are you Morda?
I'm Nakmor Morda, Overlord of the Krogan in Helios.
Overlord?
Drac, Kesh said you had a new job.
She didn't tell me you did.
And you're the celebrated Pathfinder from the Hyperion, found at last.
I'm Ryder.
This is thrilling. I've never stood so close to a Pathfinder before. Mostly because the Krogan never got one. Welcome to New Tuchanka.
You mean that? Because it doesn't sound like you mean that.
You're right. I don't. You weren't there when the Council species on the Nexus banded together to screw over the Krogan. Again. New galaxy, same crap.
I'd just like you to give me, personally, the benefit of the doubt.
Why are you here, Pathfinder? To see what a successful colony looks like.
Our outposts are new. We could use the advice.
Your manipulation is so transparent. No advice for you. Only regret. Watch. The Krogan will thrive and the initiative will pay. Get out of my face before I smash it.
A pleasure catching up with the new Krogan hierarchy. See you soon.
Morta's a hard ass, but that surprised even me. Not good.
Yeah, maybe.
The initiative will pay. She said that, right? I didn't imagine it.
Let's talk to Brank before we freak out.
Got the orders from Morda. We're cutting water rations again.
Drac, you old wreck.
Swing by when you ain't so busy playing hero. We'll catch up.
Friend practically built this whole place. Don't let the fact that he's Earth not bother you. He can't help it.
What do you think of the colony? Pretty great, huh?
When you said colony, I didn't think you meant this. Why didn't you tell me, Drac?
Wasn't sure about you at first. And then it seemed simpler to just show you when we got here.
It's... rustic.
That's what we're going for. Rustic.
I'm guessing you have questions.
The plants here. Where'd they come from?
Ever since the clan got here, Vorn and his assistant have been working hard on the greenhouse.
We built him and Hark some pretty fancy digs. Lights and everything.
New Tachanka's plants grow way better than the ones back home. Way less radiation.
How long has the colony been here?
Since we left the Nexus, after the mutiny.
Just like that? Leave the Nexus, start a colony?
We're Krogan, kid. We can live anywhere.
Could have parked our tails on a volcano and handled it just fine.
There's a lot of prefab materials here. And shuttles.
Some of it was gear we had stored away on the Nexus.
The rest we sort of stole when we left. Not like anyone was gonna stop us.
How do you know Drac?
We mined together back when our quads had barely dropped.
Now I just can't seem to get rid of him.
You seem at home here, Drac.
And you're not getting any younger. Ever think of retiring?
The day you dig my grave, old-timer.
Sad honor that'll be.
I'll talk to you later.
Varka, listen to yourself.
I know what I saw. Did that worm think I wouldn't notice? It's my squad, not Gren's, and I'll be damned if I let them take orders from him.
Got it.
What do you want me to do?
Handle it, Kortik, or I will.
Half the time, I feel like I'm the only one holding this colony together.
Trouble?
Varka and Gren fought together back home, side by side, but always in competition. Made them stronger. Now they have no enemies to fight, so they're fighting each other. I can see the tension building, colonists taking sides. This is how clan wars start.
A divided colony will never survive out here.
Which is why we need to act fast. Best way to stop this feud is to perform a rite of union.
Which is?
Shove them into a ring with a beast. Make them fight as a team. Defeating a common foe creates a powerful bond. Krogan don't take that lightly. Help me perform the rite, and we can hold this colony together.
You really think Varka and Gren could cause a war?
Big problems can start out small, not taking any chances.
How am I supposed to help with the rite?
For one, they need something to fight.
I hope you don't mean me.
No, but I do need you to help me drive a beast into the arena. Shamans make a special lure for this. Should help subdue it.
I'll do whatever I can to help.
Good. Set this lure out in the wilds to attract a fiend. The beast might be feisty at first, so stay on your toes. I'll keep Varka and Gren from each other's throats till you get back. Good luck.
Come on. Hey, Nexus, back me up. The Initiative did cure the genophage like they promised, right?
Not a cure. They've made some good progress.
Barely. There's no point in getting our hopes up.
It's our duty to populate the colony with strong Nakmor offspring. Am I right?
Have you tried having kids before?
Of course. Before the journey and after and often. We just need to keep trying.
Doesn't hurt to try.
It's easy for you to say. Your children don't die in their eggs.
This is a new life for the Krogan. Anything can happen.
We've actually got a shot at having a kid now.
Let's continue this discussion later.
Want to do something fun? Hey, want to bet on Team Rin Call? Come on, what do you say?
Sounds good. I'll bet on ring call.
Place is worlds better than Tachanka. Don't do it right now. Wait till the fight's over.
Ravenor Brank.
Quiet. Anyone tells Morda I'm talking to you and I'm kicked out.
Last thing I want to do is jeopardize the Nexus or this colony.
Me neither. Or Clan Ravenor. Or Clan Jorgal. Or Clan Urdnot. Some in Clan Nakmor, too.
Okay, got it.
Did you see the crashed ship as you landed? Morda's after the drive core.
She can't activate it. It's Remnant.
What are you talking about? She's building a bomb.
With a drive core as a power source? Sam?
Dangerous to those handling it, but, in the end, very possible.
Demolition teams have been busting down walls for months, battling those robots and scavengers. Lots here want peace with the Nexus. If Morda gets that drive core, boom, it's over. Now get away from me.
Oh, shit. A bomb?
Well, that didn't go well. The trick to capturing God is lots of grenades.
That was a run. Wasn't even fair.
Enough to daze them. Blow them up too quickly and you have to find another to start over.
Sorry, Pathfinder. No outsider. Morta's platform.